everyone. We will solve this today's LeetCode problem. This is LeetCode medium. Let's see the question. The question is asking most profit assigning work, right? So you have n jobs and m workers. You are given three arrays: difficulty, profit, and worker. Where difficulty I and profit I are the difficulty and the profit of the ith job, and worker j is the ability of jth worker. Okay, and the jth worker can only be complete a job with a difficulty at most worker j. Every worker can be assigned at most one job, but one job can be completed multiple times. For example, if the three workers attempt the job that pays $1, then the total profit will be $3. And if a worker cannot complete any job, their profit is $0. Return the maximum profit we can achieve after assigning the workers to the jobs. So the question is asking to maximize the profit we can achieve after assigning each worker to any job, any difficulty job. So here we can assign multiple jobs to the same. We can assign the same job to the multiple workers, right? The first thing to note here is that we can assign the same job to multiple workers, right? And the profit would be added added times the profit would be the same different for them, because see, if that pays $1, the total profit would be $3 because it has assigned to three workers, right? So the profit would be multiplied by multiplied by the times the multiplied by the number of workers to which the job has assigned, right? So we need to note this, right? Simply, right? the second thing the second thing is that the worker j can only complete the job with difficulty at most worker j. It means the difficulty of the job should be less than equals to the i worker j capability, right? This is to note, right? Okay, so the one thing after reading this, the one thing I simply got hit that I need to do anything of sorting, right? Why I'm getting this intuition? Why? Because here here order is not order doesn't matter. Order does not matter Order does not matter, right? Second thing, that I need to maximize the profit, and also I need to compare this worker and the difficulties, right? Ability of worker and the difficulty of job. I need to compare that, right? For comparing that, if it will be in random order, a worker and difficulty both, then how will I compare them efficiently, right? And if we see the constraints here, it is tensed per 4 and it is tensed per 5 with the tensed per 5 of each and every job difficulty, right? And length can be tensed per 4, so basically dp cannot be can will not be applied, right? Because tensed per 4 is very huge, and at most for that O of n square will be can be used if I use take and not take approach. Take or not take approach, right? So I cannot use this. I cannot this use this, right? Simply, I cannot use this. I can't use take and not take approach. Right? So basically, I need to take the help of sorting instead, right? But how will I sort this and how will I found this? So basically, we have already solved similar problems. We have already solved solved similar problem. I think 3 4 days back. I think 3 4 days back. I didn't remember. The question was IPO problem. IPO problem. The lead code IPO. Remember. If you don't remember, I can show you. Let's see. Yeah, see this problem. This IPO problem. This IPO problem was the same problem. It was the same problem, just the does the does the definitions of this problem, does the question is just different by syntax basis, but the logic is the same. Logic will be the same with slightest modification. In this we need to assign each worker to each profit, right? After it was assigned by taking capital and then profit, right? But the question was similar and the code will be also similar, but the slightest modification. If you have not solved this, I will I will you must solve this. I will also pin the comment, give the question link in the description, right? It's the same question, right? The question was hyperbola and it's the same question. So why the hell if you have not solved that, please watch that video. I will pin, I will give you in the button also, and come come after this here, right? So this has already uh, why we need to do sorting here, because the sorting will help to sorting would help sorting would help to compare the difficulty and compare the difficulty of job and the ability of worker, right? Ability of worker. Simply, why why it helps? Because basically, because this will, suppose this was in random order. Suppose this was in, here it is given sorted, but suppose this was in random order. Suppose this was at 8. Oh, okay, it got submitted anyhow. I don't know why. 8, then 4, then this is 2, then this is 11, right? And this becomes 6, this becomes 4, 2, let's suppose, and this is 1. So how will you match this? How will you know this, that this 2 will, how you need to treat in whole, right? You need to treat in whole difficulty part. If you don't sort it, you need to treat in whole difficulty to check that whether this 2 is greater than equals to some which difficulty of job. So for not iterating in whole difficulty array for each worker, sorting would help in this case. How sorting would help? Because if that will be sorted, if that will be sorted oh, okay, sorry, the 4, 5, 6, 7, if that would be sorted, I can definitely know that this 4 can, the 4 can do this 2 and this 4 both job. This 5 can do 2 4 both job. This 6 can do 2 4 6 job. The 7 can do 2 4 6 job, right? I can definitely know, right? So if you see, I'm assured that I will not, I don't need to iterate in whole difficulty job when I know the worker abilities after sorting, right? So after sorting, I can easily compare. I can easily compare. Right. That's the mode of sorting here. But how we will sort? Because this difficulty is assigned to this profit. So we will. So what we will do? Make. We will make a pair of. We will make a pair of difficulty and profit, and then we will sort it. Then we will sort it. Then we will sort it. Why we are doing this? Because this difficulty, this profit is assigned to a particular difficulty of job. But if we sort it, it will go in random order. And if I don't write this in paired difficulty and profit, this profit will be get randomly assigned to any of the job. That is wrong, of course. So I need to make a pair of difficulty and profit. Then we will sort on the basis of difficulty of job. Difficulty of job. Okay. Okay. Now it's good that I have shortened the basis of difficulty of job. But how will I find the maximum profit so that I can assign that job to a worker so that I can get a maximum profit? So one thing here, we have noted and started that we can assign the same job to multiple workers, right? It means if the job, suppose this the 4 job is $20, right? 4 job is $20. So this $20, this fourth job can be assigned to 4 and 5, because this 4 can do second and fourth this for zeroth and 1th index, and this 5 can also this two both of the jobs. But the fourth job gives was the but this second job gives us $20, 20 profit, right? So it means this is the maximum I can get for this 4 and 5. So I will assign to both of the workers the same job for, and my profit would be 20 20 plus 40, right? If we see 6 and 7, this 6 and 7 can do 2 4 6 also, and 7 can also do 2 4 6. But if you see it in 2 4 6, the maximum profit is 30 20 and 10. So maximum profit is 30. So we can assign 6 and 7 to the same job, which is 6, and the profit will be 30 plus 30 is 60, and the previous was 40, then total was 100. That's how this 100 is come, right? The same things happening. So basically, what we need to do, we will simply iterate. We need to simply, we will simply iterate from starting and compare the difficulty of job and the worker ability, difficulty of job and the ability of worker, and check and take all the profits, and take all the profits take all the profits and see that which is the, which will gives us, which job will give us, because all are see, for this four 2 and 4 are the valid choices, right? 2 and 4 are the valid choices, but the thing is, which one would I take, which one, which job will I assign to this 4, will depends on the profit, right? So both are the valid choices, but I need to find the profit which will gives us maximum. So that will be 20, which is the fourth, right? So which will job will give us the max profit. So for getting the max profit, for getting the max profit among the values, do you know which data structure we use? Which data structure we use? Which data structure we use? Simply MaxHeap. Right? If you got it right, congratulations. This is MaxHeap, right? We will use MaxHeap, right? It means we will assign this. We will store this 10 20 in my MaxHeap, and the top element, the top element of heap will give us, will give us give us the maximum profit, the max profit. The same question which we have done in the same logic which we have done in uh, the IPO problem, same problem, but some slightest, with slightest modification, right? With slightest modification, because in this, the workers, the workers will definitely get assigned any job. If the if the one worker has got a job, it means all the workers should definitely got a job, right? That's the, means any worker should get the job, if the difficulty is less than equals to that worker's ability, right? That's the simple question. So top element gives the maximum profit, which will be 20, which will be 20, right? So basically, what we need to do, if we uh, if i uh, conclude this, so basically, if let's try to analyze this question only. This is already sorted, so we don't need to sort, otherwise I need to sort that. So basically I need to, this is worker, so let's take it as D. Okay, sorry, let's take it as D, let's take it as P, this is W, right? So the thing is, D is sorted, P is sorted, and W is sorted. But I told you to make pairs after sorting, right? Before sorting of D and P, so that it, the profit and difficulties got assigned to each other. So we will make a pair of 2 10. Again, we'll make a pair of 420. Let's try to do this fast. 630, uh, 840, and this is 1050, right? This is 1050. So this is a pair, and we will short this, which is already sorted. We will sort this according to the difficulty, according to the D, which is difficulty, right? We will sort this according to difficulty. Now this worker should also be sorted, so we will sort this worker also, worker's abilities also, right? Right. Now now what do we need to see? So, so I need to iterate in this worker also to assign each job to this, and also need to iterate in this. So what I will do, I will take 2 pointers, which is I and 0. So I denotes difficulty at a, and to j denotes the workers, right? Now the thing is, so when I move in j, so I will check the 4, I will check for 4 that which jobs can be assigned to this, what are the choices we have, right? So I have 2, I have 4, the 10 20 can be the choices, okay, sorry, 10 and 20 is choices. So when I'm at 2, I will see that whether this wi is greater than equals to di or not. Actually this is v, let's suppose it as v, so this will be v, right? This will be the vj, sorry, vi, and this is the wj because j is working, right? So I will check that whether this first part, so vi is dot first part, so whether this first part is greater than this wi. If it has, so I will do, I will need to insert this in my priority queue, which is a maxip, right? So I will do insert this profit because I ultimately need a profit, so I will insert that profit in my heap. Again I will, so this I will be at 1 now because we have chosen this. Now this 420, this 420 is still wj is 0, which is 4, and this is vi dot first, which is at 4, which is also greater than equals to this. It means I can take this 20 also, this is 20. Now I becomes 2. Now this 6 is greater than this 4, it means I cannot choose this profit. It means what now the sorting why need we sorting, if this is not, we cannot take also in the further part, right? So I don't need to check uh, all the others values for that, right? So I will stop for this, and after that I need to just take out the maximum profit for this j is equals to 0 worker, so that would be 20, that would be 20. So in my answer 20 would be assigned, right? Now this j, the first worker has assigned a job, so now it will go to 1, this fifth job. But 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 if you see, this 20 should not be removed here. From why? Because the same job can assign to the multiple jobs according to the profits it has. So if I remove this 20, it may so for the further workers, it may be possible that this 20 would not be assigned to them, right? So I will not remove this heap, right? So what I will do now, this I is equals to 2 here. So I is equals to 2 6, and j is equals to 1, which is 5. So 6 is still greater than 5. It means I cannot take this profit. So I will not check further for that. Now I will again go to this maxip and take out the maximum profit, which is 20. No, now again I will add 20 as a profit and increment my j to 2. So what does it mean by taking 20 as a profit? It means I have assigned this fourth difficulty of job to 5 also and 4 also, right? That's the meaning. So again, j is at 2, which is 6, and this is at I is equals to, which is 6. So 6 is greater than equals to 6. It means we can take this profit, right? We can take this as a profit. Now I will becomes at 3, and 6 is at still there. 6 is less than equals to 8, so I cannot take this profit. It means I will just choose, I will take out the maximum profit from this, which is equals to 30. So I will assign this 30 profit, and j would be at now 3, right, which is at 7. So 8 is still greater than 7. It means I cannot take this profit. So 40 will not include. Again I need to extract the get the maximum value, which is 30, and it will be j is equals to 4, which is greater than the worker's length. And finally this we got as our answer, which is equals to 100. So basically this is how we will solve the question for this, right? So the first thing is to short the workers, short the worker. Second thing, make a pair of difficulty of job and profit, difficulty of job and profit, and then short it on the basis of difficulty of job. It's the same problem. If you solve the IPO problem, it's the same problem you can solve, but with slightest modification, because we don't remove any of the after assigning the job to any worker, we don't remove that job from the from the heap, right? That's the only make changes in that, right? We will assign this, and we will now compare will now compare the difficulty of jobs and workers ability, and the choices and the valid choices we have. And we will we will take the max profit from the valid choices we have for that particular worker that particular worker, right? This is how we will solve this problem, and how we will do that using heap maxit using maxit. So this is how we will solve this problem. Let's try to implement that. You will better understand this. So let's suppose the first thing is difficulty. So let's write this as d, p, and w, right? So d dot size. The second thing is w dot size, because if you see in constants, this profit and difficulty length is same. Worker lengths can be different, right? So this need to be changed. Now the first thing, I need to sort the worker. So I will sort the worker. W dot begin, w dot end. The second thing, I need to make a pair, then sort it, right? So I will take an extra vector, which is in Python, it's tuple, right? Int I 0 and n plus plus. Now I will make a pair. V dot pushback, which is PIWI. Oh, sorry, DI WI, no, PI. Okay, because this is difficulty and this is profit, right? That I make a pair, and we will sort it according to the difficulty of job. So we will just do V dot begin and V dot end, right? So it will basically sorted on the basis of the first element, right, which is difficulty of job, right? Now the thing is, I need to iterate in I need to iterate in this fashion, right? So I will be at difficulty and j will be at worker. So I will assign this. So first thing is this pointer, this pointer. So I will denote this difficulty of job, and j is denoting the worker of job, right? And I also need a answer to store profit. The thing is, I also need to add priority queue to store the max value. Now j whenever this while loop occurred, so while loop only will break when this uh, this worker, we have assigned all the jobs, we have assigned the jobs to all the workers, right? We have checked for all the workers, so that would be while j less than m, right? Now the thing is, for each worker, see, the thing is here, that for each worker, the first for each worker, suppose this fourth worker, I need to iterate, I need to check for 2 4, right? I need to check 2 4, and if they are the choices, I will insert this in priority queue. So I will do the same thing, right? So while I less than n, and now if the wj is greater than equals to vi dot first. Why dot first? Because the first part is difficulty of job. So I will check that whether this ability of worker is greater than equals to vi dot first. If it is, I will insert that in. I will insert the profit in my priority queue. So that would be at second point, because second is at profit, right? So we will insert that, and also I will increment the difficulty to include to check further choices, valid choices. So basically, it is inserting the valid choices of profit in my priority queue, right? Now after that, I will get, I need to take a maximum profit, so I will just take a maximum profit from here. But I will not delete it. The choices we have, the maximum profit which I get, I will not delete it. Why? Because the same job can be assigned to the multiple workers, the same thing, right? Okay. The one thing is here noted. I also, and I will when I assign the same job to the worker, I need to increment the worker, so that I can assign the next worker the same job, right? So that's why this j less than m, right? The first thing is, the second thing is, this need to be checked that I will assign the job to the worker if only if I have choices. But what if there is an possibility, right, that we don't have any choices? So I will use this if pq is not empty, pq should not be empty, then only I will stack the uh, stack the job to get the maximum job from here, right? So pq should not be empty. That's the check, because it can be possible that vi dot first will be greater than wj, right? It can be a possibility, right? So that's need to be checked here. At last, I will just return an answer. That will be the my maximum profit. So basically, it's just a simple question with IPO with the slightest modification in this problem. Here we can assign the same job to the multiple workers. That is the only change here, right? Let's try to run this. See if we have done this correctly. Something is wrong. It is coming 80 and we have got 100. Uh, let's try to check. Okay, this is vj second. This should be vi dot second, right? I is representing here. Let's run this. Yeah, we have passed the sample case. Let's submit it. Yeah, we have successfully passed it. Now the thing is, if you see the time complexity of this problem, so the time complexity would be, we are sorting it w, so that would be o of m log n of o of m log of m, definitely, right? Log of m. The second thing is that we are also sorting by making pair, that takes o of n, that will be o of n log n on the basis of difficulty. The again thing is that we are using priority queue, and we are inserting each and every elements of a profit in our priority queue and without deleting it, right? So that would take the insertion takes o of log n, and we have n elements total, so that would be o of n log n again, and log n again, right? So basically it is o of m log m plus o of n log n, right? And the space complexity would be, so we have taken a vector pair to store the profit, and so that will be o of n, and also we have taken a priority queue to store the profits, so that will take o of n. So can we further optimize it? So if you observe here, the thing is that we have taken the we just need to take the maximum profit, right? We just need to take the maximum profit. So instead of using this priority queue, can we simply store in this variable, because we can assign the same job to the multiple workers. It means if the previously job has a maximum profit, it means I can assign the same job to the next workers. So it means the maximum profit would be maintained. So the motto is to, instead of this using priority queue, can I just simply store the max profit assigned to each job, and I just take this the max profit in my job, assign the same job to the worker, right? So what the benefit is, instead of using this priority queue, I have just used the variable and take out the maximum value till this that point and stored in this my answer and assign that job to the worker with a maximum profit. So that would definitely not take this unlog in. That will be so the time complexity after that would becomes now this will be removed, right? Unlog n, and this also o of n would be removed. Sorry, this would be o of n now, right? So that will be this o of n is also removed. Now this, you see that we have also reduced some time complexity and space complexity also by taking only the variables, right? By taking only the variables instead of this priority queue. And if you see, we also got this. See, we can also got, yeah. Let's we will submit it. I will just comment out this approach, pq dot push bi dot second. Right? This should be pause, and answer plus pq dot top after checking that pq could be not empty. Right? This need to be right. So this is how we will solve this, and this let's submit it. Right? Let's submit it. Like see, we have passed this. So basically, we have reduced it from that to this overfan. Right. So yeah, thank you. Hope you liked it. Thank you. Hope you liked it. Bye bye.